Welcome everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome to Soul Family Friday. We host these global meditations the last Friday of the month. And hopefully you guys can see me and hear me. Let me know in the chat because I was having some tech issues before I logged on. So let me know in the chat if you could hear me. Also, please introduce yourself. Let me know where you're tuning in from and introduce yourself, what city you're coming in and watching this from. Thank you for being here. Okay, thank you for letting me know that you can see me. I think the audio is a little bit delayed, but hopefully that's not going to be too much of an issue. So I'm just going to fix some things here. So this focus for today is going to be to work with the eclipse portal. So happy full moon eclipse. We have full moon eclipse tomorrow. It's at 1:24 p.m. Pacific time, I believe. And with this eclipse is all about karmic endings. So you will see these themes rising up to the surface. I mean, we're definitely seeing it happen collectively. And we host this meditation, this global meditation, the last Friday of every month. We've been doing these since 2020. And the reason why this global meditation started on this Soul Family Friday is because Goddess Isis, she was one of the spiritual leaders of ancient Egypt, of Kemet, during their golden age. And what she said is that right now, as we're transitioning from this dark age into this golden age, most people refer to it as the golden age of Aquarius, is that we need to be connecting more heart to heart. So just as much as this is about us sending peace and light around the world, it is also about us opening our hearts and connecting within this frequency of oneness, which, after all, we look very different. Maybe you, let me know in the chat where you're tuning in from. As if you're from Arizona, Ontario, India, Maine, New Jersey, California, England, Canada, Cleveland, Morocco. You see, we're all over the world and we look different. But if we were to zoom out, like let's say if we were to get on a rocket ship, then you would see that there's actually just one tiny planet. But if this rocket ship could go out even further, even the sun, Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, all of the planets would look as one little tiny dot. And so this is the reality. If we stop looking at things from the mind, from the linear mind, from the ego mind, and we connect with the heart where the soul lives, this is where you see the bigger picture of how everything is connected. And there are many different timelines unfolding right now, and it's actually really crazy that we're doing this global meditation live right now, because just 2 hours ago the internet was shut down in Gaza, and there seems to be on the ground invasion by the military happening right now. And so, you know, this is like unexpected, but if you actually watch my video that I made about the global timelines and the eclipse portals, you'll notice that a lot of these military, political, global events tend to happen during a portal. Just like the Queen of England, she died right before the 9/9 portal, and then King Charles was crowned the day after the 5/5 portal. You know, so these things are very much interconnected. And so just like this portal can be used for many different intentions, and I'm referring to the full moon eclipse. Now this full moon eclipse, a full moon is very powerful, and it's in its own portal in its own way, which usually lasts for 3 days or so. And because this full moon is also an eclipse, the energy of the full moon is even more stronger and powerful. So this portal is actually much longer than 3 days, like a typical full moon. And a portal is neutral. It's just a concentrated amount of energy. Just like, for example, I have this crystal, right? This crystal can be used to sit and meditate and bring a lot of peace, or I could use this same crystal to hit someone on the head and injure them. Everything in a way is neutral, and it's the way that we interact with these external things outside of us that give it the meaning of good versus bad. And so just like a portal, I'm trying to communicate, it's like a heightened amount of energy. And this heightened amount of energy could be used for intentions that are meant to serve humanity, the broad range of humanity, or they could be used to serve the interests of the self. You know, so it's like this idea of others and the self. And this is something we're learning during this evolutionary process that we're moving through, because everything that's happening in our planet, all of the corruption, all of the war, the natural disasters, the diseases, it's rising up to the surface right now because we're moving from an old age, a dark age, to another golden age. And to be honest, we're already within the golden age of Aquarius. This is already here, and it takes time, right? Like, it takes some time for the dust to settle and for us to see clarity of the new systems that we need. But right now what we're seeing is like all of the hatred, the division, the greed, the natural disasters. It's showing us, and it's really bringing it up in our faces, that we need to change and we need to evolve past this idea that we're separated, but that we're actually divinely interconnected, whether we like that or not. You know, that's a personal choice. And so I thank you so much. I know you could be doing a million other things right now. I know you're busy, you have a family, you have work, you have so many other things, but thank you so much for taking this time to connect with your soul. Thank you for taking this time to bring peace within so that we can also send this peace outside. There's one thing about, you know, talking about unity, talking about ascension, talking about oneness, but it's something else to actually practice this. So I honor you for actually walking your talk. It speaks volumes as to the type of person you are, and I'm grateful that you're here for this Soul Family Friday. Again, we host these the last Friday of every month since 2020. I couldn't host it last month in September because I was traveling, but remember to subscribe because these are going to be happening ongoing, not just during crisis like the crisis that we're in right now globally, but again, it's a regular thing we have to continuously do. So one of the things that we're going to work with today is this portal that we're talking about. So this heightened amount of cosmic energy. And so with this heightened amount of cosmic energy, why is it like a high amount of cosmic energy in the first place? Well, there's many reasons for this, and I'll just explain it in terms of the electric and magnetic energy. So during eclipses, the sun and the moon interact in different ways, and this interaction causes the magnetic energy of our planet to change, because you have to understand, right? Everything has an electric and magnetic component. Every single thing has this, an electromagnetic energy. And even like crystals have this electromagnetic energy, because crystals, even though they seem solid and they don't seem alive, there are actually beings inside of these crystals that are resonating at the 5th and 6th dimensions. So again, it's about like us piercing through the veil of illusion and really connecting with the heart, because everything that you're seeing is not actually what it is. When you connect with the heart, you're able to feel the energy, right? Just like when you walk into a room and you're like, ooh, something happened here, right? Like, what happened here? I can feel the tension. You will not see it with your eyes, but you will feel it. And it is because you are so wise, so multidimensional, and so gifted within your perception of what's happening. And now it's time for us to like call back our energy, because there's a lot of chaos that can happen with these eclipses because they're so powerful, because of the way that the electromagnetic energies change within our planet. And so what happens is that when the solar and the moon's electromagnetic energies interact during eclipses, within the earth, there are changes within the amount of electric energy of the earth. So you can think about this as like there's way more electrons right now. And so we're gonna work with this heightened cosmic energy to bring in more peace, bring in more light. Like, so just like we are beings of light, at the end of the day, like this seems solid, but you are actually 99.99998% empty space. And this is proven by science, right? It's already proven by science. And the other thing I want to mention is that why is it important that we gather together to do these things? It's not just about us meditating our way into the fifth dimension, into the golden age. It's not about meditating into bringing heaven on earth. No, it's about embodying it. We have to embody the peace. We have to embody the unity. We have to embody the wisdom. We have to embody the forgiveness, embody the compassion. It starts inside first. This is a hermetic principle. As within, so without. Whatever is happening internally, like the chaos that we're all feeling, and it's totally okay. Like, let me know in the chat, how have you been feeling? Because this eclipse energy is extremely intense, but on top of that, we have so many different global conflicts. It's not just the Middle East. There's global conflicts in Africa, in Asia, in Latin America. They're everywhere. And so we are connected by an umbilical cord. It's an invisible umbilical cord with a collective human consciousness, but also with a planetary consciousness. So think about, for example, when there are fireworks, the birds freak out, right? Because the birds are like, what is this like new sound that's happening? It's really intense for them. And a lot of birds will tend to fly off course when there are military bases nearby, when there are fireworks, etc., etc. So there is not just the trauma that we're experiencing, the fear, the grief, the anxiety that we're experiencing from the collective, but we're all collective human species, but we're one giant organism. It's not like, it's sort of thinking about, you know how you have two eyes and you have a mouth and you have two ears? Well, Mother Earth is like a giant body, and it's like, these are the humans, these are the animals, these are the plants, right? So it's like one giant organism, and we are feeling all of that anxiety, trauma, etc., etc. And so that's why it's so important for us, if we want to anchor in more peace, if we want to anchor in more empowerment, more freedom, then we have to really embody it within first, because whatever's happening to your organs, etc., will reflect how good your skin looks or how healthy your hair looks, etc., etc., right? So hopefully that makes sense, but I just really wanted to explain, you know, why you may be feeling that way. And I'm curious, I want to hear in the chat, have you been noticing any like neck pain or like not usual neck pain that you get, but in the last 1 week, have you noticed any extreme tension, soreness, or tightness in the back of your neck or in the front, like near your throat? Let me know in the chat. And again, not like a typical thing that you always have, but just something that you've experienced recently in the last week or maybe last 2 weeks. Okay, Elizabeth said yes. Joy said, I'm dizzy today. Sophia said yes, neck pain, throat blockage, headaches, tightness in the back left side of my neck. So one of the reasons, you know, why this neck discomfort is happening, again, we are a part of this giant organism of the earth, and what's happening right now is our throat chakras are being cleansed. And you have to keep in mind that your chakras are multidimensional. The chakras are not just in front of you, but they're also like in the back of your body. They're multidimensional. And because we're connected to the collective, we're experiencing a throat chakra purging and cleansing. So hey, for those of you guys on Instagram, join us on YouTube. You can click the link in my stories to join us on YouTube, because I'm gonna shut the Instagram down in a second. So over hundreds and thousands of years on this planet, our ancestors have experienced this suppression of speaking our truth, right? It's happened across the board, politics, economics, religion, health, education, everywhere, right? Even within our own families, sometimes children are suppressed. They're like, hey, you're a child, you're not supposed to speak, right? And so what we're experiencing right now is a throat chakra purge, and it's very important for you now more than ever to speak your truth. So part of this healing is about releasing the fears about speaking our truth and integrating those experiences by just feeling the truth, and then alchemize that, transform it into empowerment. So one simple and practical way to do this is anytime you feel triggered or anytime you feel called to speak your truth, know that you are always divinely protected. Know that you are always safe. And breathe from your solar plexus. This is your area of your personal power. And right now, we all need to call back our power. We are giving away our power to other people, to the government, to our family, to our bosses, etc., etc. So it's about calling our power back by breathing into the solar plexus. Breathe that energy into your heart, and then allow yourself to take 3 of those breaths, and then share your truth, because this way it guarantees that you're not speaking out of an ego triggered point of view, but rather you are speaking from a space of empowerment and from a space of authenticity and love, because the heart is where the soul lives. So anytime you're speaking, anytime you are taking action, you are going to you have to make sure you do it that is in alignment with the soul and not with the ego, because the ego will just get us into a lot of problems. So one thing that is so important for you to keep in mind right now, eclipses are such an intense time of like powerful change, and it's really important for you right now to make sure that you feel safe. So whatever that means for you, right? Whatever makes you feel safe, make yourself feel safe emotionally, spiritually, and physically. So also be mindful of accidents, be mindful of road rage, be mindful of these things, because the eclipse energy is so intense that things are just gonna pop off, and you just want to be extra mindful. Again, this is not about being, oh no, it's eclipse, so I'm gonna be like attacked or I'm going to be getting into an accident. No, this is not. We're transmuting fear into awareness and empowerment, right? All we have to do is be extra aware, right? Be extra mindful, be extra present in our bodies, and that will guarantee that you move through this eclipse portal, which is not going to be closing at the end of October. This eclipse energy will be active for 6 months. So any fears that are arising for you right now, any karmic themes that you're seeing rising up to the surface, sit with it and integrate it, because eclipses are a time where also we integrate the shadow, and we integrate the shadow just means the things that we're afraid about ourselves. The things that we reject about ourselves or don't like about ourselves, or that we are afraid of about ourselves. And there's a big collective shadow happening on planet Earth right now with everything that is unfolding. So the other thing I wanted to mention is that, again, it's not about us meditating our way into the 5th dimension. Of course, that's one venue, but there's many different venues. So as we're seeing the changes unfold in our planet, the shadows, the corruption, the distortion, the division, the manipulation, all of that rising up to the surface, yes, of course, tune back within, call back your power, find that peaceful alignment space within. From this space, you have to speak your truth. From this space, you have to act in alignment with your soul. That is a priority. We're not here to be bystanders. We incarnated on Earth at this specific time in human history for a reason. And there are many different venues for us to do this. Healers, we need you to step up. If you're a healer, if you've been getting messages like, I need to start my, offering healings to people, we need you to step up. If you are a person who works in corporate or the government, we need you to step up and start speaking your truth and start talking about like the shadows within those systems. If you're an athlete, if you are a business person, if you are an artist, we need you to embrace your power and start to catalyze more of the change through the work that you're doing in the systems that you're in. Again, not everyone is meant to be like an activist. Of course we need activists, of course we need healers, and we also need chefs, we also need nutritionists, we need gym trainers. Like, we need all of them, because when you go into a room, when you interact with every single person, they will feel your energy. We have this radiating electromagnetic field around us, just like Mother Earth. And so when you are bringing in your soul's expression, right, breathing in from the solar plexus, when you are in your power, I want to clear something up for a second. When I'm talking about being in our power, it doesn't mean that we're taking other people's power away. It just means you are calling your own power back. And it's a form of self-liberation, where when you are in your own power, when you connect with your soul and you are aligned in this way, and you act and you behave and you embody your authentic self, you create a change in the energy. And again, everything is energy. That's the basis of all of this material stuff. This is a hologram and it looks very real, and trust me, I know it looks very real, but it is in a way a hologram, an illusion. And it's about us calling our power back and waking up. It's like, wow, we are actually the divine creators of this illusion. So instead of creating wars, instead of creating internal conflict within, let's align these fears, let's align these self-sabotaging patterns, let's transmute our self-judgment, self-criticism, self-hate into unconditional love and acceptance, because when that happens within, it happens without, right? And that's just one way. Of course, like, I definitely recommend that you donate your time, you donate your money, your skills to the causes that you believe in. And right now, again, the throat chakra is super important, and we need to be speaking our truth and also be creating avenues for those without voices to speak their truth as well, right? So not everyone gets to have a platform, and I'm super grateful, that I have this space. And one of the things that for me is really important is making sure that everyone knows that they are safe here and there's no judgment. I honestly don't care what your sexuality is. I don't care what your ethnicity is. I don't care what how you identify, like, gender-wise. I don't care, because at the end of the day, like, I'm focusing on the soul aspect, and our soul is limitless and it's literally light. And so while we do take these human characters with religions and beliefs and political systems, and we have these let's call them costumes. We have these costumes that we're wearing, but know that it's just a costume, right? And you have to also detach at times from this costume and understand, again, that what you're doing to other people, you do to yourself. What you do to yourself is also what you do to other people, right? So we have to start to create more healthy relationships with ourselves and with those around us, because everything is so interconnected. And so before we start the meditation, I just want to let me just read the chat real quick. So someone asked, how do you make sure you're not speaking truth from the ego? So one way to do that is to make sure you feel safe, right? And right now, many people are not feeling safe because of the misinformation, because of the division and manipulation, etc., etc. And so one way to guarantee that you're not speaking from an ego is to make sure that you feel safe within first. And this means about connecting with the present moment. I know in the future we can say, oh my God, World War III is unfolding before our eyes. I mean, World War III could be unfolding right now as we're speaking, right? As this invasion is happening in Gaza. But that that again is giving our power away to something else. What if we actually just feel safe in your body, right? So right now, maybe start to massage yourself. Maybe give yourself a little massage and just know that, like, ooh, okay, I feel the fear. Like, this fear is very real. But just know that you're here, like you're being held and you're safe in your body. You're safe in your house that you're in. You're safe in, like, find different things that make you feel safe. Maybe it means holding a black crystal. Black crystals are generally used for protection, right? Or maybe it means like, hey, I gotta call a friend up and I need someone to be here right now with me so that I can feel safe, right? So number one thing is focusing on your safety. Then you call back your power from all of these thoughts that you're having, and you call back your power from the future. You call back your power. Let's say you're worried about what legislation is going to come out, or you're worried that what your boss is going to say. You call back your power from all of these sources by breathing into your solar plexus, and then breathe that energy into your heart. Invite your soul, and your soul is, you'll feel the difference. The soul is very light. The soul is very expanded. It gets you out of your head and it gets you into your body and into your heart. And from this space, did you notice, like, I just did it right now. I don't know if you guys noticed the shift, right? And you can notice the shift in the room that I'm in. Like, if you were sitting in this room with me, but when you're in this space, then you are connecting with your truth authentically, right? You're doing this from a loving space. And the number one thing that we have to keep in mind is, like, we need less violence in our world, including less violent reactions and less violent words with ourselves, like the internal conversations we're having, but also with the conversations we're having externally. There's many pros and cons of this Aquarian age. One of the things about Aquarius is, like, it's going to be very social and it's going to be very technology driven, which is beautiful, right? Because now it's like, oh, I know what's happening in Congo. There's also a silent genocide happening in Congo, just like the genocide that's happening in Palestine. Like, we can become aware and have that compassion with all these people. So that's like one of the positive things about this, right? A more contracted experience of this is that, like, now it's so easy for people to just type online, like, oh, like, you should all die, like, my race is better than yours, or like, oh, you look ugly, you look fat, whatever, right? Because now it's like the stakes are so much lower with social media, and there's so many like trolls and everything like this, right? So again, with everything, like, you have to moderate your space and you have to find things that make you feel safe, and it's a balance, right? It's always going to shift and change. It's always going to shift and change. One of the questions that we were talking through in the Alchemy Academy this week was like, I feel so burnt out. Like, how do I know when I'm, like, helping too much? And it is when, like, you are not feeling centered and aligned. And it's hard in these times, during the eclipse, during these global conflicts, during this huge time of global transformation, to always be centered and aligned. And it's okay. It's okay not to, like, always be, like, you know, in this Zen meditative space. Like, we're humans. We're meant to have these emotions. So allow yourself to have those emotions, but transmute them. You see, that's going to be the key for us. My goal, one of my biggest missions, is to empower people to transform from being empaths to being alchemists. Because as empaths, it's our superpower, right? To have the compassion that we have. But sometimes we absorb the grief, we absorb the anger, we absorb the anxiety. And this is where that strength is actually, we need to, you know, bring it back into alignment, where it's all about transforming that energy. And so that's one of the ways that you can speak your truth in that way. So the other thing I wanted to mention is, like, this meditation is very much about sending peace and light around the world, because everything has to happen energetically before it can manifest materially. Just like when you're building a house, the foundation of the house has to be built first before the rooms and the floors and the doors could be put in. It's the same thing. If we're trying to manifest a more peaceful, equal, harmonious world, like, it has to happen with that energy signature as the foundation. And so that's why right now we're going to focus on first creating that energy signature of peace, balance, and harmony within, and then we're going to send that out because of quantum entanglement. You can go look this up, go do this research yourself, because it's going to be mind-blowing. That physics proves that we're all interconnected, and what happens to one being will instantly affect the other being. So for this reason, our emotions, our energy, our intentions travel faster than the speed of light. And so while, yes, this is important, this is the foundation of it, we also need to put in our time to create this world, right? So it's like physically doing stuff too. And if this resonates with you, I actually put 2 petitions that you can sign in the description of this video. One of the petitions is to reach out. It's a letter that's going to be sent to the CEO of Samsung, Apple, Microsoft, and other big technology companies, because many people are not talking about this right now, but there's also a genocide happening in Congo, and trigger warning, like every hour there are 48 women and children being raped every single hour. Right? Like, what the fuck is happening with our world, right? And it's like, again, where we have to be plugged in, but also plugged out. It's this balance that we need to cultivate. And so one of the reasons why, like, I added that petition is because a lot of these corporations are deliberately causing instability within these communities so that they could get the cobalt. If you don't know what cobalt is, it's a mineral that's used in all of our electronics. And so they are making children as young as 7 work 12 hours a day. And so, it's about, again, taking action in the etheric and also in the physical. We are both of the heavens and we're also of the earth, right? So it's like uniting the two to create that divine alignment. Also, there's another petition to call a ceasefire in Gaza and Israel right now, because there's hospitals being bombed, there's babies in incubators that are being asked to leave hospitals, and so it's really important that the timelines are really important right now, and that's why it's so important for us to keep choosing peace and keep choosing empowerment by focusing on the energy within and then acting from that energy, right? Because we'll start in 2 minutes, I promise, but I just want to say something that a really wise teacher shared with me. And she was saying that with karmic cycles, with all of the chaos that happens in our world, it's like a tennis match where it's like, you're the colonizer, I'm the colonizer, you're the victim, I'm the victim. And guess what? We were all colonizers. We've all been colonized. We've been men, women, children, non-binary. We've been everything. We've incarnated into so many bodies, into so many different planetary systems, different countries. So we've been a lot of the other different races, a lot of the other different religions. And this intensity between good versus bad, wrong versus right, it's just a tennis match that will keep coming. So it's about us pulling out of this tennis match and practicing discernment, right? Because this tennis match is being created deliberately by the systems that we live in. The religious systems make us think we're different. Governmental systems make us think that I'm American and you're Brazilian and you're British, right? All of these different races, etc., etc. But honestly, it's just all an illusion. And division is a war tactic. It's a war tactic that's used by the military for hundreds and hundreds of years. And this is an artificial and deliberate attack on the collective consciousness, right? So this is why it's really important for us to focus on discernment, that people are not their governments. The governments do not represent the people anymore, unfortunately, and that's why a lot of these things have to change. And so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing a forgiveness meditation, because we are also those governments, right? Like, one of the things that triggers me a lot is the corporations and the governments, but I am part of that, right? Because I am observing it. And so therefore I am also helping to create it. So we're going to do a forgiveness. We're going to send love to all of the military people around the world. We're going to send love to all of the politicians around the world to make them realize like, oh, hey, actually, like, I'm hurting myself and I'm actually a part of this giant organism. So that's the intention for today. And if you're interested in like learning how to really embody your power, if you know that you're an empath and you know that you're here for a bigger purpose and you want to use your gifts to empower other people, I am opening up the Alchemy Academy for a very short period of time. And this academy is where you learn how to be your own healer, you learn how to be your own psychic. And we do this by using ancient principles from ancient Egypt, Kemet, Lemuria, and Atlantis. So if you're interested in that, you can find more information in the description of this video about the Alchemy Academy. And again, it's not going to be closed. It's not going to be open for a long time because we need more healers, and I'm just trying to focus and get everyone up to speed so that we can actually, do the work that we're meant to do. So on that note, I hope that you have a candle. If not, now is a good time for you to go grab a candle. We are going to light our candles together. All right, you're going to need water for this. Water is cleansing. Water is an alchemical element that's connected to magnetic energy. So for manifestation, we need to be magnetic, right? So drink some water before we start. If you want to grab crystals, if you want to grab essential oil. Also, if you have like an eye mask or something to cover your eyes, you will find that helpful too, because within the darkness, like also darkness is also not bad, because darkness is the void. It's where everything and nothing exists. So if you put an eye mask on, something to cover your eyes, it will help to release chemicals in your brain so that you can relax and go into this meditation deeper. So do not light your candle yet. We're gonna light it together. So we're gonna have three intentions we're gonna have three intentions when lighting our candle. I'm just gonna wait like 2 minutes for people to grab their candle. But the meditation will be about 20 minutes. So maybe lay down or sit down, see what feels safe for your body, see what feels most comfortable for your body. And hey, for those of you guys on Instagram, make sure you join us on YouTube. You can find it in the description to, you can find it in the link in my stories. All right, much love. I'll see you soon on YouTube. All right. That's so crazy. I just like, I was saving the Instagram live, and like all of the stories right now are like ceasefire now, and like just like fire bombs basically. And so thank you again for being here. Thank you for choosing to love. Thank you for choosing to call back your power, and thank you for choosing to be here. It's an honor to do this with you. I'm pretty sure it's not the first time or last time that we'll be doing this together, whether it's in this lifetime or a past, but I just want to say I'm really thankful for you, because the more people that we can get to call back their power, to be in alignment with their soul, the more of this divine light can come into our planet. Right? And really wake us up to the fact that everyone here on whatever color skin you are, whatever you look like, whatever you identify as, we're all humans, right? And it's time for us to actually start behaving and acting like one human race. So much love to you, and thank you. All right, so we're gonna light our candles together. So you're gonna have three intentions when lighting your candle. The first intention is going to be to light this candle for yourself. Again, you cannot help the world unless you help yourself first. It's a balance of service to self and service to others. So light your candle, the first intention to light this, to bring more light into your life. The second intention is going to be to light this candle for everyone who's watching this right now, in this present moment, in the past, and in the future. And your last intention is going to be to light this candle for all of the beings on earth, and to bring more light into their lives and journeys. So if you don't have a candle, do not worry. I will light this candle for you. And when you're lighting your candle, just make sure that you do it safely. Make sure there are no fire hazards. And then you want to take a sip of water before we start. Okay, and then if you have essential oils, you can place a few drops on your palm and give gratitude to the herbs. And give gratitude to Mother Earth for them. And just make sure your body's hydrated. That will help you to avoid having a headache after this. And someone said, like, if you want to make yourself feel more safe, consecrate your space. Yeah, so what we actually do is we're going to be doing some type of alchemy work today. And what this means is, like, one of the applications of alchemy is working with light and all of the elements, but we're going to be creating a sacred shape around us because it's really important. I would highly recommend that you watch my last video that I posted about, like, protecting your energy during this eclipse. Watch that video. It's super, super important. But basically, always know you're divinely protected. You're everything, so there's nothing you need to protect yourself from. But then there's also, everyone has their role to play, right? The demons, the angels, they all have their role to play. Also, watch that video where I explain, like, that not all demons are bad. They actually work with angels. It explains it in depth. But basically, what we're going to do to make sure that there's no interference is we're going to visualize ourselves inside of a pyramid. So you're just going to visualize yourself in a pyramid like this that's made of gold light. Why do we use pyramids? Because pyramids channel energy. It amplifies energy. And we're going to use our free will, because nothing can transcend your free will, right? So if you're saying this is my safe space, nothing can transcend that, no matter how powerful that energy or that being is. And that's how powerful you are, right? So let's connect with our power. All right, so go ahead and place your hands in your heart. Also, before I start, is the sound okay? Let me know in the chat if the sound is okay. Oh, Carrie just said it's 444 right now. It's funny because, these repeating numbers are often labeled as angel numbers. And I was actually also lighting my candle to invite the spirit guides to help us. So I think that's a good confirmation that we'll invite our spirit guides to help. Okay, awesome. So sounds like the audio is good. We're gonna go ahead and get started. So first, I'm just gonna invite you to move your body. So roll your shoulders, move your head. A lot of energy tends to get stuck in our joints. So just take a deep belly breath in right now, move your body. And exhale air. Exhale all of the tension, all of the fear, all of the worry, the anger that you're holding. Good. All right, and now you're gonna place your hands on your heart. And we're gonna take a deep belly breath in for 5 counts. Hold for 5 counts. And gently exhale out for 5 counts. Breathing in. Hold. And gently exhale out. Now take the deepest breath you've taken all day. Breathe in. Hold. And sigh out. Make a sound out through your mouth. And placing your hands on your heart, we're going to chant Om 3 times. Om is a frequency that cleanses and harmonizes. So as you're chanting, just set the intention that your body, the room that you're in, are being cleansed and harmonized. Breathing in. And breathe out through your heart. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck, relax your jaw. And as you're focusing on your heart space, I'm going to invite you to only move your eyes. Your eyes are going to look slightly up, like they're looking up at your forehead. And just do that gently, relax the eyes. And this is just to relax your brain, to find a new rhythm of stillness for these next 15 minutes. So just for these 15 minutes, just commit to being in your body, being with your breath. And as you're focusing on your heart space, take a moment to feel gratitude for the safety that you're experiencing right now. That you're safe in the room that you're in. That you're safe in your community. And knowing that you are divinely protected. Breathing in. And exhaling out. Wonderful. And as you're focusing on your heart space, take a moment to feel gratitude for the delicious food, water that you got to enjoy today. And feeling that joy in your heart. And exhaling out, opening up the heart. And as you're focused on your heart space, take a moment to feel gratitude for your ancestors. Because there is another portal apart from this full moon eclipse. Samhain and Dia de los Muertos, Todos Santos, all of these celebrations around the world are happening in the next few days, where we connect and honor our ancestors. So take a moment to just feel that support from your lineage. And our lineage is I'm like getting tears because you can feel their love towards us and their gratitude, because as we free ourselves from our karmic cycles, we also help to free our lineage. So just feel that love in your heart space from them. And just take a moment to honor your lineage. Knowing you are divinely supported. And now you can go ahead and place your hands on your lap, or you can keep them on your heart. See what feels more comfortable. Breathing in and exhaling out. And as you're focused right now on your body, it feels more solid, centered. And focusing on your solar plexus, this is your area of personal power. It's a few inches above your belly button. Just breathe into there. Breathe into your power. And using your free will, your sovereignty, go ahead and create and visualize and call in a pyramid of light to appear around you. And as you feel, as you sense, as you know, as you see this pyramid surrounding you, in front of you, behind you, below and above, set the intention that only energy that is in total alignment with your highest good can come in through your pyramid. And just trust yourself. You know that you can do all of this, otherwise you wouldn't be listening to this right now. And now you're gonna breathe and move all distortions, all imbalances, any remaining anxiety and stress. Move that to the outside of your pyramid and breathe out to remove all distortions. Notice the difference. Breathing in and exhaling out. And we're going to take a moment to ground and connect with Mother Earth. Focusing on the bottom of your feet, you can feel roots connecting into the core of Mother Earth. And send Mother Earth your love. Thank her for nourishing you, for holding you, for your safe and beautiful home. And we're gonna breathe in a grounding energy up through our roots. Breathe that up through your spine. And breathe that into all of your energy field. And release any intensity that you may have picked up from the collective, from the people around you. Just breathe it out. Again, breathing in a harmonizing energy from the core of the earth. Send that up your spine and up and around all of your energy field. Feeling centered, present. It's okay to get distracted. Anytime you're distracted, just take a deep belly breath and allow your breath to anchor you into the present. Breathing in and exhaling out any remaining worries and tensions and energy that is out of alignment with your highest good. And our hearts are so heavy. So we're gonna first cleanse our hearts before we start. So I want you to focus on your heart right now. And if you want, you can place your hands on your heart. And I want you to focus on the birds and their songs to you. And focus on that beautiful rhythm and feel their sound waves and healing infusing your heart. Breathing out the grief Breathing out the anxiety. Breathing out the judgments we have for ourselves and for others. And now focusing on your heart space, take a moment to send your awareness back into your roots that are connected to the core of the earth. And you can see a giant tree, the tree of life, emerging from the earth. And you send your awareness up the tree, and you find yourself sitting in one of the branches. And you see the most beautiful rainbow color lights sitting around you. And this is all of us. And we're all meant to be different. That's why we have our unique rays. And just as you're seeing and feeling the beauty of everyone in this circle, also breathe in that beauty and love for yourself, because you're one of these rays. So breathe that into your heart space. And take a moment to forgive yourself. We all make mistakes. This is a learning experience within this human incarnation. I want you to breathe in a white light into your heart, washing your heart of any guilt, any shame. And breathe and let that go. And we're going to do the Ho'oponopono, the native Hawaiian prayer for forgiveness. And we're going to ask forgiveness for ourselves. So you can either say this out loud or in your mind. So please repeat. You're asking forgiveness for yourself. Repeat. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Just breathe out through your heart and feel that expansion. And we're going to take a moment to ask for forgiveness for anyone who we may have wronged, knowingly or unknowingly. So focus on the center of the tree. And in the center of a tree, you can see a ball of light. This represents all of the beings on our planet, including the animals, the plants. And you're going to say the prayer of forgiveness again. To ask for forgiveness for anyone who we may have unconsciously or consciously hurt. So take a deep breath in. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And you can see all of these doves, white birds, emerging from that ball of light, freeing those people and freeing your energy from this grounded, centered state. We're going to begin to focus on our hearts. And think about the love that you have for Mother Earth. Because all of the natural disasters, all of the conflicts in Latin America, in the US, in the Middle East, in Asia, in Africa, in Europe, all of these conflicts are also hurting Mother Earth. So first we're going to focus on healing the land. So you can feel, you can sense, see a miniature version of the earth in the center of our circle. And take a moment to feel gratitude and love for Mother Earth. So think about your favorite place on earth. Maybe it's a waterfall, a beach, a forest. Feel as if you are in that place right now. And send love into the soil. And send love into the mycelium network, which is a mushroom network of our planet. And now see a beautiful emerald light from your heart going down into the roots and now into the core of Mother Earth, sending her our love. And in the center of our circle, this giant pillar of light appears. And you can see, sense, feel, know that a platinum light emerging from God, Source, Spirit, Creation, the universe. You choose. That platinum light is going into the core of the earth to optimize our planet, to heal Mother Earth, to bring balance. I want you to caress the earth right now. Wherever you were visualizing yourself, in a mountain, in a forest, in a beach, I want you to put your hands on the earth. It's like you're petting the earth and just thank her. Also send her some peace, because we are children of the earth and we are connected via an umbilical cord. And Mother Earth can feel the pain of the disasters and conflicts being caused by humanity. So let's send her some love, healing from your hands. We're going to do the Ho'oponopono with Mother Earth. So please say this one out loud. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And we're gonna chant Om to clear and harmonize, because there's some energy stuck, not in the core of the earth, but like in the layers in between. So just set the intention with your chant to clear any distortions that are out of alignment with Mother Earth's highest good. So take a deep breath in. And with your chanting, you can see a bunch of sparkles of light coming into the earth. Beautiful. And now bring your awareness back into the center of the tree. And around the earth, you can see this light network almost like a computer network. And it's all of these lights represents the souls on our planet. So first we're going to take a moment to send light. So breathe a beautiful platinum, gold, diamond light, whichever one resonates with you. Breathe that from your heart into this network of the earth, of all of these souls. And with the light, set the intention that your sense of peace, your sense of power, your sense of clarity is being sent to all of these souls. And as you're breathing this light from your heart into the center of this network, set the intention that you're sending your sense of safety with all of the souls on this planet. And it's almost like a light show now. And we're gonna focus now on sending love to all of the military people and all of the politicians and all of the higher ups who are above the politicians. And we're gonna just from the heart space send this beautiful unconditional love without any judgment. Sometimes certain beings are meant to play certain roles on our planet. Sometimes they do it out of free will, and sometimes it's not out of free will. So let's take a moment to send love to all of the network of not just military, but anyone who's involved in committing any form of violence or hurting any other people. And as you're breathing this beautiful light, send it without judgment. Feeling that love and reminding within their hearts, their soul, that they are a part of this giant web of life. Beautiful. And we're going to send light to all of the souls affected by all of the wars, all the natural disasters. Breathe in that beautiful platinum, gold, diamond light, whichever one resonates with you. And breathe it into this network around the earth with the intention to make all of these beings feel heard. Now we're going to take a moment to remove distortions. So sometimes there are other energies involved in taking the collective timeline into an artificial timeline that's not in alignment with the original path of God, Source, Spirit, creation. So right now, we're just going to take a moment to visualize this beautiful pillar of light coming into the center of the planet. with the intention that this light is removing distortions. Anything that is out of alignment with the highest and greatest good of the collective consciousness of this planet is being transmuted by this platinum light into its most optimal state for the highest and greatest good of all. And any karmic cycles, any energy cords that are out of alignment with the highest and greatest good of this planet and the consciousness on this planet, you can see, feel, sense, know that this beautiful light is infusing those cords and dissolving them without any judgment. Now that that old stuff is gone, let's bring in more harmony. So breathe in harmony with this beautiful light that's coming in as a pillar of light into the earth and into the earth's grid, to bring more harmony among governments, peoples, species. And feel that harmony in your heart. All is well. And we're going to invite divine intervention. Any beings who want to support, who will support the highest timeline for the planet and the consciousness on this planet. Let's invite them in. And feeling this complete sense of peace, expansion. Send this sense of peace to all of the innocent people involved in conflict right now. And feel the veil of illusion of our divisions being dissolved. All of the distortions within our media, governments, social systems, all of those distortions blow into the earth and blow them out of the grid. Calling our free will and power back. And as you're breathing in this beautiful pillar of light into the core of the earth and into the grid of the earth, let's manifest the most optimal timeline for the highest and greatest good of the planetary consciousness. Beautiful. And all distortions will rise to the surface, asking for any disruptions, any distortions to rise to the surface. in the most optimal way. Beautiful. And just say thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone in the circle, all of the divine beings, knowing it's been done, and know that it has been done. Know that karma is a universal law that nothing can escape from. It's this cosmic justice, and trust in that. Trust in your path. And now, very gently, you're gonna send love to everyone in the circle. You're gonna send your consciousness down the trunk of the tree of life. Send love to Mother Earth, and then breathe up grounding energy up through your roots, up into your spine and into all of your energy field. And now you're going to rub your palms together. Keep your eyes closed. Accumulate all of this beautiful energy we worked with. Rub, rub, rub. And then when you're ready, when you feel the heat, when it feels right, put your hands on top of your eyes. Take a deep breath and breathe in this beautiful optimizing energy into your pineal gland, into your throat chakra, into your solar plexus, into the root chakra. Breathing into all of the cells in your body. And placing your hands on your heart, keep your eyes closed, and think about 3 people who need to feel this right now. Think about 3 people who are struggling with health or emotional issues, and send this healing to them. Share it with them. Beautiful. And breathing in to your solar plexus, you can exhale air and exhale. You can open your eyes when you're ready. So thank you all so much. I would love to hear what you experienced. Let me know in the comments what you experienced, and know that it's already been done, but we still gotta be doing the work, right, actively. And today when you're eating, share that food with people who don't have food, right? There's famine happening in different areas of the world. There's so many hungry people. Food supplies have been, and water supplies have been cut off in Gaza. And there's all of these things happening. And every little action that we take creates a ripple of effects through the timelines. So, be very intentional over these next few days because of this portal that's peaking. And we are actually having a full moon eclipse ceremony where we're going to connect with our ancestors to honor them and work with them to release our lineage from any karmic cycles that we may be stuck in. And so if you're interested in joining us for that full moon eclipse ceremony, you can find more information in the description of this video. And I'm gonna read the chat real quick. Also, you wanna make sure you drink a lot of water after watching this, because we just worked out our energy bodies. So you wanna make sure you're very hydrated. So people said, you're so beautiful, so peaceful. And Victoria just added the link for the full moon ceremony, so you can click there if you want to join us. The ceremony is tomorrow. You can also just buy the recording as well. This is one of the things on that, right? Like everything has to be done in alignment with intention. That's why since the birth of Golden Age Alchemy, which is this community, every purchase that you make is donated. So we donate to different causes around the world, because as we empower ourselves, it's important to empower others. This ascension process is not just an individual ascension process, it's a collective ascension process, right? So that's an extra bonus, right? As you're empowering yourself, you're also empowering others. And people said, thank you so much. That was so transformative. It feels so good to be of service with you and everyone here. I saw more light and love in the tree of life than usual. Yes, you know, because the energy is very powerful right now with this eclipse portal. So keep praying, keep sending light. Because our world needs it, right? Everywhere in the world, 5 million people have been displaced in Sudan, in Congo. 5,000 people were killed in Israel, or excuse me, in Palestine. And so, you know, there's a lot of things happening everywhere in our world. And it's important for us to remember our connection to everyone and sending love. And again, not identifying with like governments and people, but people are outside of their governments. So having compassion with everyone and really choosing the people, because the more that we can choose the people, the faster that we will be able to create systems that represent the people itself, because the people don't want war. No one wants war. People don't benefit from war. What's happening in Ukraine, what's happening literally everywhere. It's a money-making machine, and unfortunately, the money who is in charge of the media and governments is who benefits from it. And so that's why it's all about calling our power back, practicing discernment. Remember, trust your gut, trust your intuition with everything that you're seeing. You have to practice discernment now more than ever, especially with this AI world that we're living in now. And remember to keep choosing love, keep praying, keep speaking out for what you believe in, because we need you to do it now more than ever. Sending you all such a big hug. I'm wishing you an empowering and enlightening full moon eclipse. And I hope to see you at our full moon ceremony tomorrow. If not, next month. We do them every month. And we also do these Soul Family Fridays, the last Friday of every month. So have a restful weekend. Much love. Thank you for being here.